Good morning, family. I hope you can hear me well this morning. I'm in the car. I have some errands to run. I was going to work in the garden, right? And, work on some plants because it's a little bit better today. It's not raining, it's heavy, but I have an errand to run. So I'm heading out. I'm going to have a conversation with you while I'm in the car. I'm going to be bumping around because I am driving. And it's a good morning to you all. I hope I find you well wherever you are. I'm doing well. Enjoying being here, folks. I cannot lie. I'm happy. I do understand that, we have so many struggles here in this country. But I'm happy. I'm happy being home. I feel good. I have my spirit. My spirit sings when I'm here. I love it. So now we're going to talk about aging, folks. Getting old. Sorry about the mumps. It's my rough driveway here. Getting old. We all are getting old. We all are born, we live, and we get to have our final rest and depart from this here beautiful Mother Earth. So while we are on that journey, we do have a lot of things that happen in our lives. Pardon my stop and go because, I gotta be cautious. I'm driving. So we are all getting old, and as we get old, our needs change. We are not as active, we're not as vibrant as we were before. We're slowing down. So most of us have left. We did leave to go to the diaspora. We went to work. We were young. Our families, we were just beginning. For some of us, our families, we were starting to have children, just recently married. So it was, even though it was challenging when we left to go to the diaspora to readjust to a new environment, it was exciting. And in the end, very, very beneficial. The struggles that some people have endured while they are in this country, we didn't see that because we were away. But we did face other struggles, other challenges out there in the diaspora. The Morikas are not an easy place to live. It's challenging. And for those of you who are there today, I don't know. It's rough and tough. But today's conversation is talking about that dilemma, guys. That dilemma that we face when we get to our 60s and above. Even starting as early as 50s, you start feeling that desire to go home. And for some of you, you're going to argue that home is where you lay your head. Absolutely. But for some of us who have felt that home is in Africa, where I would want to lay my head and also to have my body laid in the event that I finally say goodbye to this beautiful world. So while that is happening, you're growing, you are busy, you're raising children, you don't focus on getting old. You don't focus on what am I going to do once I get to 60, 70, in my 80s. Most of us didn't think about that. So we started thinking about getting old or retiring a little bit later. I guess when you're raising family, you're busy, you're vibrant, you're young. That thought never comes. But we want to educate each other that, folks, that thought should come because it's an inevitable thing. If you are on this earth, every day you live on this earth, you are one day older. You are one day closer to being called a senior, like some of us are. So, once we settled in the diaspora, for some of us, we were not able to come back in and out of the country for various reasons. Political, maybe visa situations did not allow you to travel. So you get that disconnect with home. I'm sorry, it's a little bit dark in here, but I'm driving, so I just wanted to have the conversation. So you never give yourself that time to think about what am I going to do in my senior years, in my later years. So you don't plan, and that is the biggest challenge that we've had as a people. The planning for retirement has not happened early enough. You start seeing yourself as an old person and you're at the door of retirement. Or you are an old person and you have to retire. But what is the plan? Dololo. No plan. So it is that desire to get back to the motherland, or that desire, that thought that you are done with where you are, you want a quieter, slow-paced living, that makes most of us want to come back home. I'm not saying it's the right thing for everybody, but it definitely was the right choice for me. We get to see or feel that we have obstacles in our way. The biggest one for those of us who have children and grandchildren is, I'm going to leave my children, I'm going to leave my grandchildren, I'm going to be too far, I won't see family. Folks, for my reality, I was on the West Coast. I lived in California once my children were grown up, and half of my children were in the East Coast of America, and the other half on the East Coast of Canada. So they were not with me. They were not home. We were not living in the same household. I did most of the traveling to go and see these children and the grandchildren. So the only thing that is different for me now is I have to travel further than I did when I was in the Murikas. I was traveling from West Coast to East Coast to visit them. So I find that is not a valid reason for me to have continued to stay in the Murikas. I get to see my grandchildren more now that I'm retired than I did when I was working. Because had I stayed in America, I would still have had to work to pay the mortgage, to pay my rent, to pay the bills. I would have needed to stay on the job so that I could have health insurance covered by my employer. So I felt that the benefits of me coming to Africa outweighed my reason for wanting to stay in the United States. Don't get me wrong, there was so much benefit me being in the United States. Folks, I would have to show you the potholes that are making this car bounce around. Man, this is what some of you hesitate to come to this country about, the terrible infrastructure. I have to negotiate my way around these craters. I can't call them potholes. They are craters, guys. Yeah, that's one of the things that makes you guys who are living in places where systems work, it makes you cringe coming here. By the way, if you're going to be driving straight here in Zimbabwe, you might be on something. You have to weave inevitably because you're going to find potholes somewhere. So anyway, I was saying, before I was distracted by a portal, that I didn't find that a real solid reason for me to continue my stressful work life. Work-life balance. Work-life balance? I don't know. So I chose to retire, and I find I have more time to visit with the grandchildren than I did when I was working. I traveled with them quite often when I was still working, and it was fun. Now I pass the buck on to the mothers and fathers. Pay for your own children to travel with me, okay? That's what Gogo is doing now. I pay for my own ways. Anyway, so that's one of the things. Then the other thing that we talk about is the healthcare system, which is so broken in this country. I'm not gonna lie. I have said it repeatedly on my videos that the healthcare system here is in intensive care. You cannot take your health for granted when you're here. When you're sick, it's tough. The hospitals are dilapidated. The hospital personnel are so demoralized. They don't get paid enough. They are overworked. So it's a mess. And do I justify the poor healthcare? Do I justify the healthcare being poor, and that the people that take care of us when we're sick should just be laissez-faire, not care? No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying it is a solid reason why some of the employees, do not find it worthwhile to work hard when they don't get paid enough. It's a reality, folks. All of you demand paychecks, right, that are adequate where you are. And when you are here and you are asked to work 3 times as hard for a quarter of the salary that some of you would be getting, it's very painful. They are disgruntled workers here. Enough said. That would be another video on its own. So that's another reason why you find yourselves staying abroad even when you think or feel you're ready to come. The healthcare system scares you. I am grateful for good health for now. I am thankful to my ancestors and the Creator for keeping me healthy, keeping me safe, but I also do the best I can to keep myself healthy. I try and eat well. I'm not doing too much exercise these days. I know. I have to get back. But I try and do the best I can to keep healthy. And for those of us that have to end up in hospital, it's a sad story. There are too many sad stories that I see online about the healthcare system. But I must say, there are also the few stories of successful healthcare. There are a few stories of successful care in the hospital. My mother-in-law's young sister, who is my mother-in-law, she had a hip replacement, which went well. She recovered. She stayed in hospital, recovered, and she's at home now, ambulating well. Still pains here and there, but on the big scheme of things, it was a successful outcome. So it's not the norm from the stories that I hear on the internet. It's not the norm. There's a lot of stories, scary stories about people's hospital stays, and it gives me so much sadness because I worked in these hospitals, I trained in these hospitals, and all that is in the past. Some people are not going into healthcare for the love of it. They are going to get a paycheck, and they might not have the patient's interests at heart. Let's face it. It's about their paycheck. It's about feeding their own families. So this is what happens. I can't talk about the roads, bad roads, as being a deterrent for me to stay in the diaspora. Of course, I like to drive on those smooth roads. I love it when I'm driving on those smooth roads, when I'm in the Murikas and in the King's Land. But I honestly didn't feel like it was such a deterrent for me. I gotta pick up someone here, so we might continue the conversation, the two of us. So I'm in the car with my sister, yeah? She's also a diaspora retiree. We both chose to come home because we feel that the benefits outweigh the negatives for staying abroad, right, my sister?
Yes, correct. Correct.
So I was just talking about the healthcare. First of all, let's talk about the children. I talked about the children and said I didn't see myself staying abroad because of the children. I see them more now that I'm retired because I spend more time with them. When I was working, I had to go home, back to my own home to pay bills.
True.
Yeah? Yeah. So what's your take?
As for me, it's the same reason. I didn't want to age in the UK, seeing the nursing homes and the care of the elderly, and I didn't want to burden my children. I wanted my children also to have their own lives. I thought the best thing for me to do is to come back home, because if I remained in the UK, I was going to be forced or obliged to work. Yes. Because as we all know, if you're in the UK, there's no way you can be lying around doing nothing, because the bills,
they don't stop.
They don't stop coming. The red envelopes, they don't stop coming. So the best way for me to rest, really, after working so hard in the UK, was to come back home.
Yes.
And that's the best decision I've ever made in my life.
Absolutely.
And I have no regrets whatsoever.
You know, I'm going to reiterate about not having any regrets, Wakoma. I also don't have any regrets. I see my children, which is one big important thing that we tend to bring across. Children and grandchildren. I see them more often now. I travel. I'm free to go anytime. I have no restrictions. I don't wait for my time off to be approved.
No.
I don't wait to negotiate for a day off. When I feel like going to the children, I just get my air ticket and go. And we don't underestimate the ability for us to be able to do that because we went to the diaspora. I'm not going to downplay that part.
Yes.
Maybe if I had stayed here, I would have found another hustle to be able to continue the lifestyle that I live. Because there are so many of the people that I know that stayed in this country. They never left.
Yes, and they're doing very well.
They are doing better than us, Wakoma.
Yeah, they are. They are indeed.
They are. And, I was talking about the healthcare system, Wakoma, that it is in bad shape, and we have to say the truth.
Yes.
The healthcare system needs to improve.
It is.
And this is what keeps most of us out of this country, because we're scared.
Yes.
I hope that as we progress in our age, we are given long lives, that we will get some reprieve in the healthcare system by it improving, so we don't have to get out of this country to go and seek for help.
It's true. And it's expensive as well to get out.
It is expensive to get out. It is expensive to get out. So I also want to talk about the need to start planning about retirement when you are young, instead of waiting when you are in your 60s or 70s. It's a little bit late at that point. What do you think, Wakoma?
Yes, it is. It's actually very late. You are going to do very little or nothing at all.
Yeah.
Because there is so much to cover, so much to do. So the best thing, as Sibo has alluded to, is to start when you're young, when you're able, in your prime time, when you're productive. Invest back home. And maybe start a small thing that it grows, and then when you retire, you just come and slide in it because it's already in progress.
Yes. I think the biggest thing that one needs to have is a home.
It's a home, yes.
And also, let me go back to talking about coming home. I think what we were doing over the years, Wakoma, is visiting.
Yes.
You know, making time to come here and see the place and have a feel of it, so that you don't really get shocked. If you stay away from this country for too long,
culture shock.
You get a bad culture shock.
Yeah.
You get so accustomed to things that work. And I'm not advocating for disorder.
No.
But I'm saying you get to know the system. You get to know where you can fit in comfortably.
Yes.
And some things really end up not being bothersome to you. Because, to be honest, we are on the road right now. This is why you don't see me. I'm driving. We are on the road. The roads are really bad. You know, they are full of potholes. We are at a traffic stop, so I can talk. Talk with my face in there. The roads are bad, guys. Too many potholes. But we don't eat potholes. We eat things that I'm growing in my garden. And my sister here has a beautiful garden. We eat from each other's gardens. We share produce. I was doing chickens. I got lazy. She picked up on that. She did chickens, and I was getting chickens from her. So we eat healthy. We eat what we know. We know where our food is coming from, folks. And we're happy about that. It is such a joy to be able to get up in the morning, get into our gardens, pick up food, and cook it.
And cook it.
Yeah?
And enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are not saying everything is hunky-dory smooth in this country. We need to see a lot of things improve. We need to see a lot of systems start to function. But in the meantime, our lives are so much full of joy and peace.
True.
While we're here. And that, folks, cannot be bought by money. Yes, the money is what allowed us to be here. But continuity of working hard, breaking my back, no, I wasn't willing to do that.
Especially our age.
Yes.
Our age.
We're just getting into... We are here at Zonki Zizwe, folks. It's a nice shopping center. And I know, please don't come at me and saying I complain about prices. There are certain things that we don't get anywhere, and we are forced to come to these stores to get the things that we want. And it's also about choices, guys. We go to my tuck shops and but sometimes we find ourselves coming to the shopping malls here. Let me just park, and then we can conversate for 2 seconds before we go into the store.
And we want to be real as well with prices. We want you to know exactly the right picture on the ground.
Yes.
There are things that are expensive. There are things that you can grow. There are things that you cannot find anywhere else other than Pick and Pay.
Yes.
Or Food Lovers.
Yes. So we are going to Food Lovers. And Pick and Pay. And you know what? Here's another thing. Right now it's raining, right? We talked about it being so wet. I ain't going to the market.
No.
We talked about the market, guys, because it's so wet. I can't even imagine how it looks like right now. So we're going to get our fruits from Food Lovers and Pick and Pay. It might be a little pricier, but we're not going to be picking our things from the floor.
No.
And we're not going to be picking our things from where there's running water. Which is mixed with...
fishes. A lot of dirt.
A lot of negeza, a lot of tina, a lot of dirt. That's one of the things that we want to see being a little bit better than how things are at the moment. But that doesn't make us not want to be here, folks. It's not all rosy. It's very difficult. But peace of mind, being able to do things in my space. We have gardens. We have flower gardens. We have vegetable gardens.
True.
We have free time to do whatever we want. So, guys, we are not saying if you choose to stay in the diaspora, there's anything wrong. No, we're not saying that. But we are saying while we enjoy the beauty of this country, we are going to share. We're going to talk to you about the things why want to see improve. I have promised that I want to work with the city to start cleaning. And, it's raining right now. It's almost impossible to do it. But it's still coming, folks. I just returned. I've been visiting with the grandchildren. And I'm back in the country, and I want to do something. I want to give back to this community. And what better way for us to get up in the morning and go clean up the streets? But we want you to join with us. We want you to encourage your families, friends, to join with us once we get that initiative started. So here's to the city. We are coming. We're coming to help our cities. We love them. And we're coming to work with you. Allow us. Give us space. Give us room to be able to do these things.
So come and join.
So
come and join. For the
watch
good
this
cause.
space. We're going to be doing that. I wanted to just talk to you about, the difficulties as diaspora, as returnees, that it wasn't easy. It wasn't a decision that we just came about overnight. We thought about it. What I'm saying is the reason why we end up not being able to come is we start thinking about it a little bit late.
Oh,
and
yes,
then you get the stress of trying to put things together, and it's not working.
It's not working.
And then you find that it's easier for you to just stay there and stay in
Comfort
that
zone.
that what do you call it? Council house. Because it's too late for you to try and come back. But if you plan on it early, for those of you who just left, if your desire is to come back, don't waste time. Don't do things. Snabasa, I don't know how to say it in English. Things that don't make sense.
Look at the bigger picture.
Look at the bigger picture. Start investing. Start saving. Even if you choose to invest over there, buy your home and use the equity.
Oh, yes.
On the house.
Yes.
Or buy a home for generational wealth. Leave it for your children. Buy a small stand here. I am going to be finding some realtors that I'm going to be talking to. And there is a place that I want to share with you. Watch this spot, it's coming. There are many, many developments happening. But you have to keep your mind open. You have to keep your eyes open. You have to stay on top. Because there is also so many crooked businesses that are happening here. So all in all, we're saying it's difficult to make that decision to come back home if you've stayed in the diaspora for too long. You find that the system is not functioning at all. You are using the standards of over there. This is not over there.
It's not applicable.
It's not applicable. Is that giving excuses? No. We're just saying, I'm not going to...
That's what
real.
it is.
That's
It is what it is.
So we're here. We're happy. We're going into Food Lovers. And we'll continue this conversation again. So for those of you who want to come home, please come home. Start making the plans.
Yes.
You get the home. And here's another thing that people want to talk about. Oh, I'm going to buy that home and no one is going to stay in it. We bought our homes, right? We continued the travel back and forth, and then we had our homes before we got here. What we did was to make sure that we didn't put other occupants in there.
Yes.
But we had a plan of coming back, so we knew we were coming. If you're going to build a house and you stay 20 years away from it, by the time you come to it,
it's dilapidated.
It's dilapidated. So it's about the plan. It's about the execution of the plan.
The focus.
It's about the focus. If you feel you're not going to be coming back, maybe don't. But if you think you're going to come back, by all means, do it. Do it. We are not saying things that we are not living. We are here. And we are...
This is our 6th year, isn't it?
We are going into our 6th year. And thank the heavens. Thank the Creator. Thank the ancestors.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
That we've been able to do what we're doing. And we're happy. Yes. So in the meantime, we're going to go into Pick and Pay and Food Lovers and buy our fruits. Here we are doing our vegetable shopping. and my sister produce. Lots of it. Yeah. persuade my good sister here who's trying to eat healthy to buy a burger and a juice. And she doesn't want to do it. So I'm just going to do it because we're already in the store. We're going to be bad for today. All right, we're going to do it.
Okay.
You agree?
Yeah.
Once in a while, you have to do bad.
Bad girl.
We're going to buy the burgers. They're on me.
They're on you. All right. Anyway, Dola.
Okay, so here we are being bad. And she's the one who's preparing the burgers. And she says they're tasty. So we're going to have it. And my sister over there, I persuaded her. This is our shopping at Pick and Pay today. We have a whole bunch of fruit we're going to show you. This is us. And this is us in Zimbabwe. Have a good day wherever you are.
And it's $1 a burger.
It's $1.
Plus a Coke.
And a drink. She's telling me I shouldn't have done that, but it's just for one day. Anyway, have a good day, people. My sister here, she insisted on a cup of tea obvu. And we are now at another place. This is Veranda, where we normally come for our lunch. Tea, breakfast, lunch, tea obvu here. So, welcome.
Welcome.
We'll continue this conversation on another day. Bye for now.